Walked a mile and a half from the bus where the bus dropped me off. And here is the Mexican border. I don't remember the wall being there last time I was here. And this is Mr. Pencil. Met him on the bus. Have I mentioned that I did the PCT in 2017? Probably going to mention it a few times in the next few months. Yeah, but it's 11 o'clock and we are getting started. I'm not going to rush, just get as many miles as I can. Got a thumbs up from the Border Patrol. Just like a mile in, and I already get to walk on rocks. I love walking on rocks. Got a little bit of downhill, a little bit of shade. Only about an hour in, going good. I think I can recognize the place that I camped my first night in 2017. And there'll be very few other campsites that I think I'll remember. I remember that one. Sun came out, so the cool hat comes out. Just got done with another little break. That was a good rock for sitting. My pack feels heavy, but I think that's just because I have too much stuff in it and I'm out of shape. Other than that, I'm pretty good. I don't know for sure, but I think this is where I slept the first night in. Not quite 5 miles. Started raining that night and I just covered up with my tent. According to the map, there's a campsite a quarter mile ahead, but it was getting dark. For me, I've got several hours of daylight. Got a couple of ideas where I'll get water and camp. I'm not worried about it yet. Pretty day. About 5:15. I think I know where I'm going to camp. I think there'll be water before I get there. It's cooling off. Sun's not completely down yet. This is where I'm going to camp. Made it about 11 miles. There's a bigger camp area over there, but several people are already pitched up over there. So this is me. It was a little bit after 7 when I woke up. It's almost half after 8. My toothbrush broke the first time I tried to use it, but just about got camp broke and ready to move on. Got out of camp at 8:30. The other folks seemed nice. They said they didn't know I was there until they got up this morning. I thought sure I was making a lot of noise. It's about 9 miles to Lake Marina. I don't know how much farther past that before you can make camp. Broke my toothbrush first thing. So we'll see how today goes. Little hazy out there. And this is the trail right now. Doing a big downhill. And it'll be followed by a big uphill. Big for now. I'm sure in a few months I'll be laughing at how small this is. Little half-mile roadblock. Switching back and going down. Leaving the road. Done with the downhill. This is Hauser Creek, and I've got to meet some other hikers. Yay! And now I get to go uphill a lot. Uphill. Still going up. A little bit of down, a little bit of up, then down to Lake Marina. There's Lake Marina, about a mile down to it. Chance for a lunch break. Alright, I guess that's also Lake Marina. This is Marina State, or Lake Marina State Park. I'm going to go to the ranger station, see if I can get a tag. I'm going to go to the store, and I'm going to get a burger and a toothbrush. And I'll get back on the trail. So I guess that was the park pretty quick. I totally meant to show the burger and fries I got, but I was talking with some other hikers. So off I go. I need water, but I don't think it's going to be that long before I get to a water source. And there's a chance of rain tonight, so I'll be picking my campsite pretty careful, even if that means I have to make camp early. It's only 4:45, but it feels and looks like it could rain. So, I need water. I might start thinking about a place to camp. I've done enough miles for today. Starting to sprinkle. I'm not putting the poncho on yet, but I'm thinking about it. This is Buckman Springs Road. There's rain in the forecast for tonight. So I'm going to get some water and decide whether I want to sleep under here or not. Oh yeah, there's a creek over here. So it's been a pretty cold day, or cool day. It was 50 degrees whenever I was at Lake Marina State Park, and it's 45 now. It's a little bit after 5. I decided I was going to stay, and not a bad spot. Not a lot of broken glass over here. There is over there, and even more over there, and I don't know. So I got water. Go ahead and make camp and get ready for another day. Got my water from that last night because I saw the foam over here. And maybe I'm just a wimp, but I'm crossing on the bridge because I want to keep my feet dry. It might only be for a few miles. There's Lone Wolf told me she's going to cross the water, but at least for the next hour or so my feet will be dry. Not very windy, very pretty morning. Hasn't warmed up a whole lot once the sun came up, but I'm sure it is, and it's going to be humid. Hasn't been an hour since I left camp yet. Gonna see if I can get across with dry feet. All right, I did it. This is Cottonwood Creek, by the way. Walking through Boulder Oaks Campground. If I had come here last night, people say that there's a free campsite for PCT hikers. This is it. I don't think it really rained last night after all. This would have been a good spot to stop. Was a little lost in thought. Just went under Interstate 8. Same interstate I went under when I stayed the night at El Cajon. Heading that way. Came up from down there. This is 3,500 foot. This is as high as the trail's gotten. And I think I'm going to get above 5,500 foot if I can keep going all day today. Stopped to get water, and it started raining, so making myself take a break. I'm gonna go sit underneath that tree as long as I can stay dry before I get going again. Well, it's getting colder and the rain's coming down harder and it's sleet. So I got my poncho on and I'm ready to go. It quit raining, but it's 45 degrees. I'm getting cold. I've been doing a lot of uphill. Not that I'm complaining. I think I camped here one time also, which means I'm already doing better than I did in 2017. At first I thought this was old toilet paper left in the campsite, but it's sleet. Or snow or whatever. Sun came out and just got some downhill and a little bit of uphill. Start looking for a place to camp. The sunshine feels nice. It's only 4 o'clock, but the sky's looking worse. It's starting to rain right now, and my thermometer says it's like 35 degrees. So, I'm making camp. Just in time. I think I can do everything else from inside the tent. Got my morning business done, cup of coffee. Now I'm going to see if I can get most of this ice off my tent before I try to put it up. I don't know if I got most of it. Knocked a lot loose. And then a lot of it's built up along the seams where I want to be the most careful. I don't want to knock loose some ice and end up with a ripped seam. Still got a couple miles of up. The mud's starting to thaw and it's getting a little bit slippy. I expected it to be a little bit cold. Wasn't expecting this. Pretty neat. I love walking on pine needles. Came off the trail over there. This is the Burnt Ranchera campground. Gonna walk into Mount Laguna. And here I am. Gonna go to the cafe. So I ate a bacon, egg, and cheeseburger, and now I'm at the mountain store, Laguna Mountain Store. The outfitter that I was so sure was here hasn't been here for years, and I'm cold. It's still like 40 degrees out here. Gonna head out of town that way. Part of the problem around Mount Laguna is there's like a 12-mile stretch where you're not allowed to do dispersed camping. So can't camp too close to town, and you have to get out of town early enough to get, I think I've got 10 miles I need to make it before I can make camp. There's the visitor center over there, and I get some road walking. All right, came down from town and back on the trail. It's a little bit after noon. See how far I can make it before nightfall. Just a little bit after 4, and it started raining. I'm just now at the edge of the Laguna recreation area or whatever. So even though it's early, I'm gonna find a spot to camp. I guess I never mentioned I didn't have a chance to get my tent out to thaw and dry Well, this is it for tonight. I hope it will be better weather tomorrow. It's still in the 30s today, but it's still better than it was yesterday. Got some sun. Not getting out of camp way early, but I'm just about packed up and ready to go. This has been the trail so far this morning. The ups have been gradual, plenty of down. I've been moving about twice as fast as I did yesterday. Feeling pretty good. It's about 3 o'clock, 14 miles to the next town. My tent, sleeping bag, and puppy coat are dry, so that's very nice. I've got 3.5 liters of water, which is heavy, which isn't nice, but that's all right. There's some rain clouds that look like they missed me, so hopefully I can make a dry camp tonight. It's almost 6:30, and a couple more miles than I planned on it. Last one at this camp spot. Look at that view. Getting started at a decent time. Felt like it was taking forever to get ready. Then I realized I think it just always takes me forever to get ready. Got about 9 miles before I get to town, or to a road that I can hitch to town. If it was raining and this was muddy and slick, I'm not sure I would want to be doing it. I got about 3.5 miles left. Get over to the road over there. Then be going down and across. About 800 foot down, it says. Came down from up there about a half mile ago. Started onto this mostly flat, and I've got 2 miles left to go. Still pretty, and it's not raining, so no complaints from me. A little over 3 miles that way is Stagecoach RV Park, where I want to stay tonight, but it's Monday, so their store's closed. Half mile up this way is the overpass for the highway, and a few miles away of Julian. So I'm going to try to hitch a ride to Julian, do my shopping, get some food, and then head back to this RV park. Just as I got to the highway, it started raining. Julian's 12 miles. Surely somebody will want to pick me up. I forgot to look at my watch to see how long I was waiting for a ride, but it wasn't like an hour or anything. Gentleman dropped me off at the Wrong Branch restaurant, where I was able to get a good burger. Then I came by the Julian market, got a couple of groceries and a sandwich, and now I'm going to start working on getting out of town. Whenever it was ice cold rain, felt like it took at least 15-20 minutes for a ride. Sun's out, nice day. Took 5 minutes to get a ride down here. Trail angel that gave me the ride name is Ghost. Very knowledgeable, interesting to talk to. So I'm going to take a 0 day, get this video posted, bandage up some blisters, get cleaned up and ready to keep heading north. Here's my dorm. Here's my bunk. $37 gets me the top one to put my stuff on, then sleep on the bottom one. Gonna need to dry my sleeping bag out a little bit before I go to bed tonight.